Hola amigos, you are listening to English Made Simple. This is episode number 62, número 62. Número 62. Wow. Hello chicos, a big hello from Melbourne. We are lucky to have another sunny day in Melbourne. It's not very common. Welcome to English Made Simple. My name is Milena. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to my show. I think that just by taking the 10 or 15 minutes out of your day is enough time to help you improve your English. So well done to you amigos. Thanks for making the time to listen to English Made Simple. I have a great idea for my non-Spanish speaking listeners. Just for my listeners who don't speak Spanish. Just thinking out loud here, you can do something to impress your friends. You can start practicing saying numbers in Spanish just by listening to English Made Simple. How cool is that? If you're interested in learning Spanish, that is. As you might have noticed, what I normally do in my introductions in each episode is this. I say my episode number in English and then repeat it in Spanish. For example, this episode is number 62, 62. Well, really, I do this for myself so that I don't forget Spanish. Guys, before we begin, I would like to say a quick hello to Ana Rodriguez, who left a nice comment on my YouTube channel. She was really excited to see the English Made Simple podcast finally appear on YouTube, okay? Finally! Hola Ana! ¿Cómo estás? Yes, I know. Finally, it's about time. English Made Simple is on YouTube. This is one way of reaching my personal goal, which is to help 1 million people speak English with confidence or improve their English. So English Made Simple now has close to 50,000 downloads. So not bad at all. Getting there slowly, approaching my goal really slow. So why are we here today, amigos? In today's episode, we are going to learn the difference between make and do. Both are irregular verbs. How exciting! Both of these verbs are used frequently in the English language. They are used as main verbs in English. The past tense of make is made and participle is made. The past tense of do is did and participle done. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I'm just gonna ask you this silly question. Have you heard of the English Made Simple podcast? Of course you have. You're listening to it. You're listening to English Made Simple. The word made in this case is a participle. It could be English done simple, but it just doesn't make sense when you use those words. Done simple, it just doesn't flow. It sounds a bit weird, a bit wrong. If you haven't noticed, I have used the collocation earlier when I said it just doesn't make sense. When something makes sense, then it sounds right, it sounds correct, it sounds natural, or logical or sensible when something makes sense. Now, I hope you are having a cup of coffee or having an energy drink of some sort, because the verbs make and do in this episode are gonna make you go crazy. These two words are known to confuse any English student, okay? A lot of students get confused with this one. So, what is the difference between these two verbs? What is it? Just tell me, okay? Oh my goodness. There's just so many things to remember here. Firstly, let's take a deep breath in and out. Inhale and exhale. Okay, ready? Here we go. The word make goes with some words and the word do goes with other words. What? That was really smart, Milena. You're a bloody genius. Make goes with some words and do goes with other words. Duh, obviously. Very clever, Milena. That's like the majority of words in the English language, they all go with some words. Duh. Okay, everybody, just calm down. Relax. Calmate, okay? Calmate. Let's start with the word do. When do we use do? Well, there are 3 instances I can think of where we can use the word do. The first one being, we use do when we talk about work, jobs, or tasks. But we are not producing a physical object. We're not producing anything tangible, anything we can touch. For example, do your homework. Have you done your homework? I hate doing the dishes. I hate doing housework. Another example, I should be doing some exercise after eating a whole jar of Nutella. I need to burn off those calories. Do some exercise and burn off energy, okay? My personal example, as you can tell, obviously. Let's move on. Secondly, we use do when we talk about some activities in general and when we are not being specific. So we would usually add words like thing, nothing, anything, or everything, and so on. So non-specific things. For example, I am busy recording my show right now and I can't do anything else right now because I'm busy. I can't do anything else. For example, second example, did you do anything fun on the weekend? Are you doing anything interesting during the Christmas holidays? You doing anything interesting? Third example, when we say things like, what do you do? It actually refers to what is your job? What is your profession? For example, what do you do? You can say, I am a pharmacist. I work at a pharmacy or a drugstore if you're in the US. In Australia, we say pharmacy. We usually ask this when we meet somebody. We say, what do you do? Okay? It's a polite way to ask, what do you do? What is your profession? And lastly, number 3. The last situation when we would use the word do is when we replace it with another verb to state something obvious. And guys, this is more common in informal English. This is how native speakers speak, and here are some examples for you to note. First example, normally I don't spend too much time in the morning to do my hair. I like to do my nails though. I go and have a regular pedicure and someone else does my nails, so I look like a lady. That's what my mom often says to me. Milena, wear some jewelry, do your makeup, do your nails, do your hair, so you look like a lady. Because most of the time, you act like a guy. Okay, Mom, I'll do it. And a third example, I hate doing the paperwork. Paperwork or admin stuff means trámites in Spanish. People in Santiago have to do a lot of paperwork for any minor task, for any minor requirement. I remember how frustrating that was when I was there. You have to queue for everything. In Australia, most of those things you can do online, over the internet. It's so much easier. Anyway, I'm getting myself distracted. Guys, are we clear as mud? Tan claro como el chocolate? What was that? Someone said chocolate? Yes, please. Moving right along, guys, to word make. Now, amigos, you're going to have another sip of that coffee. Actually, I'm going to have a glass of wine because I can. Are you ready? Put quite simply, we use the word make when we are producing, constructing, creating, or building something new. Okay? So, for example, it can be used to show the origin of a product or a material, for example. Made in China. It's the most common thing we see on our clothes nowadays. We see a tag or a label that says made in China or made in India. Another example, wine is made from grapes. Uvas, grapes. Well, if that's the case, I will just call it a grape juice, okay? Not wine. I'm drinking grape juice. Number 2, we use make for producing an action or reaction. For example, you make me happy, you make me angry, wine makes me happy. I hope this episode doesn't make you sleepy, make you something. We use make to produce a reaction, okay, an emotion. And we have a few more situations where we use the word make. We use make after certain nouns, especially about plans or decisions. For example, we have to start making plans for next year, 2017. Or example, Amor, should we see the latest James Bond movie or the latest Transformers? I don't know, Milena, just make a decision, okay? Make a decision. We also use make about speaking or sounds, okay? Like, for example, my neighbors make so much noise, I can't sleep. They make so much noise, a lot of noise. And lastly, guys, we use make with food, drinks, and meals. Fun stuff. My mom makes really yummy sweets, or she makes really yummy cakes. My brother usually makes dinner around 7 in the evening, around 7 p.m. Mi amor, can you make me a cup of coffee, please? For example, phew, that's a lot. Had enough of make and do verbs? I hope not, because there is more coming. In the next short and sweet, we are going to talk about making New Year's resolutions. It's time to make some New Year's resolutions, guys. I'm going to give you some time to think about this. What is a New Year's resolution, you might ask yourselves? According to Weon Inteligente, and I like this definition actually, it sounds so simple. It goes like this. A New Year's resolution is a promise that you make to yourself to start doing something good or stop doing something bad on the first day of the year. So normally people decide, okay, next year from 1st of January, I'm going to give up smoking. So they make a promise to themselves. They will give up smoking, or they will stop drinking or doing something bad. Anything that is bad for them. So here we are, amigos. This is the end. Remember, all transcriptions are available on my website, englishmadesimple.net. It's been awesome jamming with you all. Until next time, muchachos and muchachas. Hasta la próxima. Have a great week ahead.